Hey folks, how's it going? Hope you're all doing well. We're back finally. Today we're going to be doing ourselves a delightful chicken and seafood paella. Or paella, shall I say? Correct pronunciation. So we're going to be doing ourselves some nice, beautiful, fresh, large clams to go in there. Some mussels, obviously the chicken thighs. Also got some little chicken drumsticks to go in there as well. So we're going to separately cook them. I'm also going to chuck a little bit more chicken, so I might sous vide that as well. We're also going to have obviously the rice that's going in there. We're going to make a homemade chicken stock. We've got tomatoes, some peppers, some saffron to go in there. Peppers, tomatoes. What else have we got going in there? All those beautiful flavors going on. So we're going to be making that today. Chicken stock. So we need to turn the oven on. I've got some chicken bones to use. So I want to use the chicken bones so I can pop these back in the fridge. So let me get a tray out and we can dump that onto a tray. Take off the excess fat. Right, so what we're going to do is just take some of this excess fat off and then we're going to roast this off. Need a CGR lobster emote with lobster hands. Let me get this mirepoix done. Yeah, so just to add a little bit more mirepoix to the mix. Right, let's top and tail this and peel it. Right, so slice this up. Right, so I'm going to put this on the stove. Medium-high heat. Yeah, medium heat will do. Okay, so that's nice and hot. So on about a tablespoon of oil. Not going to go too crazy. As you can see, the oil kind of like dispersing very quickly, which is an indication it's pretty hot. So I'm just going to pull that off the heat a second. Don't want it going too hot and burning the onions and mirepoix. So I do want a bit of browning on these. So I'm just going to pull them off a second and then put them back on. Alrighty, so while those are sauteing down and caramelized, I'm going to show you what we got. So we got some beautiful mussels, and I suppose while they're out, actually could clean them. So I'm going to show you how to clean the mussels. So as you can see, how can you tell if mussels are good? So if they're shut, it's an indication they're still alive. If they're open, you just give them a little flick, and after about a minute, if they start closing, then they're still alive. If they stay open, it's usually a sign that the mussels are pretty much dead. So you need to throw them away. But you need to make sure they're all open, and these are all alive. So we're just going to scrape off the barnacles. You can see some barnacles in there. And if you're wondering like what the white stuff in here is, it's pretty much basically the oats. So you're just giving them some food. Right, so those are browned off beautifully. Absolutely fantastic. So just going to set them aside ready for the, turn that off. Just going to wait for the chicken to come out. While we're waiting, I'm just going to give these a little scrape with the barnacles. So pretty much, it's hard to see on camera. So can you see almost like, come on camera, can you focus for me? Come on. Hello. If I turned autofocus off, I might have done actually. But anyway, there's like little barnacles here, which you pretty much want to like scrape off. So I'm just going to give these a scrape. And if there's any like kind of beards as well, you just kind of pull them off gently. So we're just going to give them a nice little scrape. Just going to pull those clams out. Just have a look at those clams here, how they're doing. And also with the clams as well, more for the clams than mussels, but you kind of want to soak the clams just to kind of filter them. For the fact of the matter is like to filter out any sand or salt. So pretty much these are looking fantastic. These are huge, beautiful clams as well. Right, so I'm just going to get these chicken wings off. So these are nice and crunchy, crispy, golden, and all that beautiful flavor on the pan. We're just going to deglaze. So look at that. Oh, super hot. So I'm going to pop this into the pan with the beautiful veggies. So you see all that beautiful flavor on that pan? We're going to use it. I'm just going to get rid of that excess grease on there. So let's just top this up. Beautiful. Let's give this a little cheeky mix. So I've just poured the mix straight into there. So that's the base. I'm just going to give it another little swill or swish, and then I'm going to pour the rest of this straight into here as well. So there we go, perfect. So I'm going to put that pan in the wash. We'll do a little quick wash in a second. I'm just going to top this up with water, and also I'm going to get a little touch of saffron in there. Not going too crazy. So let me top this up with water. If you're going to ask me how much, just until submerged, I'm guessing about a litre of liquid, litre and a half. And then the super important thing, we're going to let this simmer. Don't want to let it boil. If you let it boil, you're going to end up with flatter flavors, so you want to do it nice and gentle and slowly, so you get more fuller, richer flavor. Second one's more of a restaurant use, which is cloudy stock, but that doesn't really matter. So I'm going to do a quick little wash, and then we're going to get back to it. I'm going to start prepping up all those little things like the peppers, onions, getting all that stuff ready, pretty much. So I'll do that in a second. Let me dice down a few veggies first, and let's get this ready for the paella. So we're going to grate down this garlic into a nice little puree. Alrighty, so onions, garlic, and thyme is ready. So you can go two ways with this. If you want to go straight off, snap it in half. I'm actually going to cut it, take the cheeks off because it's just easier to slice, and just go around it and just take the tops off as well. So, you know, whichever way you prefer. I prefer doing it this way, in my opinion. Depends on what we're doing. And what we're going to do, just cut this down into a nice little dice. I suppose if you wanted a little julienne of pepper, you can, but probably recommend dicing this down into a nice little cheeky dice. Perfect. Let's put that in there. Let's grab our tomatoes. Right, so I'm going to dice these up. Whether you want to remove the skins and the seeds, that's up to you. I'm going to leave them in. Lots of beautiful flavor, so there we go. So this is a dried and cured chorizo. So we're going to chop a bit of that up. We're not going to use the whole of it. That's quite a lot. Let's dice this up now. If you want to dice it up into little cubes, that's fine. I'm just going to do little quarters of this. Right, so good amount of parsley there, good handful. Just going to give that a little cheeky wash, and then we're going to dice that up nicely. Let's just dice this up. So lemon's going in. Just don't forget to catch the pips. Right, I'm going to pass the chicken stock. So I'm just going to pop this into here, sieve. So this chicken stock, let me show you the chicken stock, guys and gals. That beautiful flavor, you can just about see it on that angle there. Right. So it's a nice deep flavor. Let me switch the camera so you guys can actually really see it on the stove. So I'll give you a little close up without banging my head. So look at that. All that beautiful flavor in there. Really good chicken stock ready for our paella. Saffron right here. So very, very nice. So oh God, I can smell it from here. Wow. So we're not going to need a lot. We'll talk about, say, it's just one big strand there. I just want like 2 or 3 strands. So don't need a lot. Let's grab that piece as well. So I'm just going to drop that into my stock just to get those beautiful flavors going. So we'll look for that joint. Is it there? No. So you're basically looking for the joint. So you want to kind of give it a wiggle, and then you just want to kind of cut pretty much where the joint goes. If it doesn't go through first time round, don't push it. You're hitting the bone. So take it out, then find the joint, and you should cut through it nice and easy. So let me just trim some of this fat off a little bit. I'm going to take all of it off. So I want that skin on there, just taking the excess. So there we go. It's not quite hot enough yet. I just want to get a nice little char on it first. So alrighty, I think it's time for sizzling action. So let's get that on the go. And the good thing with this pan, it's actually quite deep as well, so because we've got a lot of things going in, which is super good. Let's have a look. I feel that's a good golden colour. Could go a little bit further if you want. Just a little bit more if you want. Right, I'm taking these out now. Beautiful cheeky chicken. Let's pop that in. That's going to take about 20 minutes. Have a little look, goosey ganders, and see how it's doing then. Chorizo's going in. Just turn that down a little bit. I don't want this to burn. We just basically try and render down the chorizo to get all those beautiful oils out of it. So it's going to help make the start and the base of this beautiful paella. So absolutely fantastic. We'll start getting the clams and the mussels out very shortly. Okay, so I'm going to carefully take that out without taking too much of the oil. So we got, see all that beautiful oil in the bottom there, chat? That's your base. That's all your beautiful base. We're going to add the onions, garlic, and thyme next. Don't turn it down too much because it will just suddenly just take the heat out of it. So peppers, tomatoes, they're going in. I'm going to add my paprika now, and then the rice. So I'm going to go for about 3 teaspoons. If you want to add a little touch more, you can do. I feel like 3 will be good. So I don't go too crazy with the rice. If you're going to ask me how much, I'd say probably about 200 to 300 gram. That'll be fine. Also going to get my mussels and clams out ready. What I will do is actually add the chorizo back into that. Look at that beautiful juice right there, right? That's going to go straight in. Right, let's add some of this chicken stock. Also want to get the seafood out. I'm also going to put the lid on just to kind of help it cook out. So I'm going to need a hell of a lot more liquid than that. So that's fine. But also at the same time, I don't want to overcook the rice. So there we go. Just put that in there. Give that a mix, and then we'll put the lid on. Let's have a look now, chippy chaps. You can see that rice is really kind of absorbing that liquid, so it's looking good. That's about there. I don't want to overcook the living daylights out of this, so don't drop this or break this, chef, otherwise you're going to have issues. Oh yeah, now we're going to start getting the crispy bits on here. Beautiful. So just going to add a little touch more stock. Not too much, just a little bit just to keep it going. And now we're going to start adding the clams. Sorry, the mussels first. Just pop them in there. Those beautiful clams as well. Goodness me. That cheeky shrimp as well. Let's get that shrimp in there. This is all out. I don't even know where I'm going to put the chicken at this rate. Don't know where I'm going to put the chicken. But it's okay. So, I'm going to put the lid back on. It's going to take about 5 minutes just to steam them out, cook them out. How do you know when they're done, chef? When they start opening up. Once they're opened up, they're ready. And if you find some that don't open, there's like the 1 or 2 that don't open, get rid of them. They're usually a sign of like they weren't alive. So, you know, just keep an eye on that as well. Lemon juice. Parsley, and then obviously the peas quickly as well. Just like a little handful of peas in there. Whoop. Yeah, a little bit of salt, not too much. Oh my god, the flavor in there is fantastic. Chef, there's no room. I know, I'm making room. I'm making room. Goodness me. Not forgetting that chicken flavor. Right, let's give that a mix up, and then we should be good. Oh my goodness me. Lots of meats, lots of fish. Got that beautiful rice in there. Maybe could do with a little bit more rice, but I feel like there's a lot of here. So, but goodness me, look at that. We'll get a chicken thigh in there. Oh, look at that beautiful clam. Look at it. Goodness me, so delicious. Bit of the shrimp in there. Some mussels. Oh my goodness me. Look at it. Look at it all. It's beautiful. I can't even remember the last time I had seafood like this. It's been a while. Seafood and chicken paella. So, we had the mussels and obviously the clams in there, the large fresh clams. As I said before, store them in water. A little bit of oats, obviously scrape the barnacles and stuff off them if they need to. And make sure you keep the clams in the water for at least half an hour just to kind of wash out any kind of salt or dirt or anything like that. So we had onions, garlic, thyme, chorizo, peppers, tomatoes for our base. We also made a homemade chicken stock, so we roasted off the bones, 350 Fahrenheit for about 40 minutes until golden. We added roughly chopped carrots, onions, thyme and garlic in the pan, sauteed off until nice and caramelized, added the bones once golden, deglazed the pan, adding that to the pan as well. Cooked out gently, simmering for about 2 hours, and then strained it off. We also added the rice to this. We added paprika. We added the chicken stock to part cook the rice and then add the seafood near the end. The chicken, we pan-seared in the pan before cooking anything else off to get those juices with the chorizo. Cooked the chicken off, finished it off in the oven because obviously large thighs. You could cook it in the pan if you want to, but I just wanted that crispy skin just to have it in there so it doesn't go soggy. And then we finished it with lemon juice, parsley. Taste it, needs a bit of salt, and obviously the fresh, delicious peas as well. So anyway, amigos, I'll be back tomorrow. 10 a.m. Mountain Time. So please feel free to tune in tomorrow for our delicious $10 meal chicken curry, which we're going to be making. Have a great rest of your Thursday. I'll see you tomorrow for Cheeky Friday. Thank you so much again for the huge amount of support today. You guys are bonkers. Maybe I'm bonkers for eating so much hot sauce, but I'll survive. Anyway, much love, guys and gals. I'll see you soon. Take care, and bye for now.